Sega.
When a sleeping explorer has his tent and bottom set on fire by a cheeky ape called Bongo, he sets off on a quest for revenge. This takes place across 4 varied locations, with a range of obstacles to get past, before he gets to cook the ape in a hot tub. Pretty standard stuff, really. We'll start by looking at the 1983 arcade original, running on Sega Zaxxon hardware. I'll be using MAME for this. Then we'll compare it to the 1984 PC Booter Disc version running in 4-colour CGA mode. We'll also consider the PC Junior variant. I'll run these under DOSBox. The arcade game released in 1983. The side artwork depicts the explorer cheekily tickling the foot of the sleeping ape, rather than setting him on fire. I guess first impressions matter. The Attract mode shows demo gameplay, initially from the first stage, where the explorer goes well until he decides to jump to his doom. The title then appears and starts flashing. This is followed by the high score table and an even shorter demo of the third stage of the game. When you start the game, you first see the ape setting tent and bottom on fire. Stage 1 has been likened to an isometric version of Nintendo's Donkey Kong, and it's easy to see why. There are a few differences though, as you have to negotiate various jumps and monkey minions. Stage 2 sees you jumping across snake-infested islands and a hippopotamus. Stage 3 tasks you with avoiding a herd of charging rhinoceroses. You can hide in the pits, but it's not really a very long-term solution to avoiding them. Stage 4 is essentially an isometric version of Frogger, with a range of platforms to jump across, and some racing rhinos instead of cars. Get past these and you can happily heat up the ape's hot tub. After that, it's on to level 2, where you repeat the same 4 stages, just with more hazards to avoid. There are some neat features in the game, like how having 1 or 2 mini monkeys attached to you slows you down, but if 3 grab you, they throw you to your death. So far I've been showing the game using free play mode with endless credits in order to get this far. So let's see how I get on with just 1 credit. The PC Booter version of the game was released in 1984, developed by Sega themselves. The PC Booter disc meant you just put the disc in, turn on the PC, and the game boots. The PC Booter version begins with the arcade artwork, before running the Pyromaniac ape animation. You then arrive at the main menu. Eventually, it will start playing through a demo of each stage, whilst the explorer remains still. It's worth noting that the game came with support for various hardware. The basic CGA version has quite a light shade of red, and basic bleep chip sound effects. If you owned a PC Junior computer, you could run a version with a darker red shade and improved sound. The game apparently also supported CGA composite mode for even more colours, but this version has never been dumped or made public, if it even exists at all. As per the arcade, the first stage is the isometric Donkey Kong style setting. The mini monkeys don't slow you down on this version though. The keyboard response is a bit slow here on DOSBox, making it harder than it should probably be. Here's the PC Junior version with its darker red and improved sound. On the arcade version, each new stage would slide in from the right. On the PC Booter version, they alternate, sliding in from the left and right. Stage 2 is more tricky on the PC Booter version, as it's hard to position yourself exactly. For some reason I found it even harder on the PC Junior version, which is shown here. The third stage is just as annoying as the arcade, with the hard to avoid rhinos. I didn't get to stage 3 on the PC Junior version though, but here's a clip of the demo. Finally, the fourth stage is the Frogger style location. The sprinting rhinos are missing here though. And here's the PC Junior version from the demo. Now, watch me play through the PC Booter version. I'll alternate between CGA and PC Junior versions for the first 2 stages, then run the CGA version alone for stage 3 and 4, which I couldn't get to on the PC Junior version. Let's compare each version at the pixel level. The arcade first stage is nicely colourful but runs on a narrow screen. The PC CGA version is wider but includes most of the detail. Finally, the PC Junior version is a little more colourful. Stage 2 is the same story, but the extra colours here make the arcade version more appealing. Plus, the ape looks psychotic. The PC CGA version has toned down the craziness of the characters, whilst the PC Junior version is more defined again. It's shifted up a little due to each stage being a bit higher or lower, depending on whether they slide in from the left or right. Stage 3 of the arcade is a little more drab with lots of grey. The PC CGA version uses a dithered floor, which makes your eyes go a bit funny. The dithering on the PC Junior version looks more appealing. Finally, here's stage 4. This arcade screenshot lacks the racing rhinos, but as the PC version also lacks these, we can compare them. The CGA version looks a little different, especially the ape, whilst the PC Junior version looks a touch better. Let's compare the arcade to PC CGA and PC Junior versions. I'll use the same basic locations for each, but for the third and fourth stages, the PC Junior version will just show the demo. As I already mentioned, I wasn't good enough to get to those stages on that version. Congo Bongo in the arcade is a fairly straightforward, if unusually angled platform game that puts up a relatively stiff challenge. The PC version, whether in CGA or PC Junior, replicates a large amount of the arcade experience but is a bit more clunky to play and can be a lot more difficult as a result. If you like this comparison of Congo Bongo, then give it a like, or subscribe to see which game will be compared next. It'll be another one with an unusual angle on things.